Hi, guys and girls. It's going to be a verbal instructional video on how to properly wash your vehicle. Vehicles aren't cheap nowadays. So from a detailer's perspective, I'm going to tell you how I wash a vehicle. I get asked these questions all the time. Emails, Facebook chats, phone calls, all kinds of stuff. I've washed my car, I've screwed up the paint, I've got all this swirls and everything else. How do you wash your car? Okay, well, this is how I do it. If you have a pressure washer, fantastic. If you don't, it is what it is. You can use a garden hose, it's the same thing. So basically, rinse your vehicle. Okay, rinsing your vehicle is so important. People will spray a little bit of water on their car, okay, and say, look, it's rinsed. And then all the dirt sits there, and they take all that dirt and they grind it into the paint. Okay, take the time, do a good rinse of your car, get in all the nooks and crannies, get in the door seams, underneath. Okay, make sure that it's all the dirt is gone, or as much as you can get off with a rinse. Okay, I use a 2-bucket wash, one for rinsing, one for your soap and water. For an average sized car, I have 2 wash mitts. One is soaking in the soap, okay, and then I have a grit guard inside the rinse bucket. So basically, I'll start from the top down. Okay, don't start from the bottom up. And don't wash down here and come up and do. Okay, you're taking all that dirt from the dirtiest part of the car and you're bringing it up and grinding it around. Okay, so rinse your vehicle. Okay, if you have a foam cannon, great, use a foam cannon. Foam cannon the car and then rinse it. I see guys all the time. They take their foam cannon, they spray the car, and it looks all fantastic and all foamy and everything else. But the whole point of the foam is to encapsulate the dirt. Okay, so they take that, they take the foam, and then they start washing the car. Well, it's encapsulated all that dirt. It's sitting in the foam, and now you're taking all that dirt and grinding it into the paint. Foam can in the car, rinse it, and then proceed with your washing. Okay, that's the proper way to do it. Take the time. Don't be lazy. The other thing is your soap. Okay, personally, I use McKee's 37. I'm not endorsed by McKee's. I love their products. I love their service. All their stuff is fantastic. So I use the SiO2 Ceramic Series Auto Wash. I use the SiO2 Auto Wash, and I use their Extreme Foam Auto Wash. All 3 of them have high lubricity, okay, which means that they encapsulate the dirt and they put a layer of protection between the dirt and the paint. So when you're washing the car, you minimize scratching, marring, okay, swirl marks, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so again, rinse the vehicle. Okay, if you have a foam can, then rinse, then wash. Start from the top. I do 2, maybe 3 swipes, depending on how dirty the vehicle is. 3 swipes. I rinse. Okay, I already have another wash mitt sitting in the soap. Okay, so I rinse. I take the one that's sitting in the soap. I do a couple of passes. Okay, I put it into the rinse. Okay, and then just keep repeating the process. Okay, so you always have a wash mitt soaking in the water or the soap. Okay, so it's all encapsulated with the soap. You put it on, it's all nice and slick. Okay, so you're not grinding dirt into your paint. To each his own in terms of the soap, but get a good soap. Don't cheap out on the soap, especially in places like Florida. I'm in Canada, but especially in places like Florida and Georgia, all those hot places. You use a cheap soap, it's going to streak, it's going to dry on the paint, it's going to screw up the paint, you can't get it off, and you're going to have water marks and everything else. Okay, use a good soap. You don't have to use McKee's, you can use whatever you want. There's lots of good companies, but I prefer McKee's. When you're done washing the vehicle, okay, drying towels are so important. Okay, the old school way was the leather chamois. Okay, that's, people still use them. That's whatever. It is what it is. Personally, I used the McKee's Glacier drying towels. Okay, big ones. They have small ones. Okay, depending on what you're drying, whether you're drying an RV, a boat, a car, a truck. Okay, so I have 2 of these, and I'll use 2 of these for an average sized car. Okay, 1 is plenty, but I use 2. Dry the car. Okay, I see professional detailers. In all honesty, I see professional detailers using a bath towel because they are so cheap. They don't want to use a good drying towel. Well, they're scratching the customer's car. But I guess they're happy with that. I don't know, but it's ridiculous to me. and stupid. So soap, number one, is the most important thing. Okay? Drying towels are important. If you're doing it in a garage, if you're lucky enough to have a garage or whatever, I will use my blower again, the Keys blower. If you have a leaf blower, you can use that. I blow off about 50% of the water, and then I use my drying towels. Okay? If you're in a hot area, obviously it's going to dry in the car quick, so you want to get your drying towels and dry it quick. Okay? So, again, to recap, rinse, important. 2 buckets, important. 1 with water, 1 with soap and water. Okay? Your soap, extremely important. Drying towels, extremely important. Okay? I'm going to put out more videos later on. Scratch removals for the home person. Okay, I see lots of people that say, "Oh, get out the sandpaper." Okay, so I'm going to put out some more videos on those kinds of things that people can do at home, interior things that people can do at home, window care, you know, getting grime and stuff off the inside, outside of the windows, getting off water spots, all that kind of stuff. So hit the subscribe button if you choose. If not, that's fine. Follow me along. Thank you.